Now that we know all about basic stuff, let's just go and find out how we can import some 3D object that we can now call it a static mesh. All of these 3D object that is not doing anything, it's just sitting out there, it's just, we call it a static mesh. So let's just find some and download and import it to Unreal Engine 5. So for example, you can go to CG Trader. I did search for dragon and I did find this, and you can copy and paste this, of course. And this is free. When you click, you will go to this page. You wait for 20 seconds in CG Trader, and now you can download this raw file. And when you download it, let me show you. When we download it, it will give us this file, and inside it there sometimes there is .blend, that is for Blender software. Sometimes there is some picture for showing us how it can look like, and some exported FBG, OBG, and USD. We can import the FBX one and OBG one for now, but try always use FBX because it is easier to work with. So for example, in CG Trader, I want to go to 3D model. So for example, I want to go to interior, and in here there is a lot of 3D object or static meshes. Okay, and in here there are some filters. So for example, I want to find a chair, and it will give us all the chair now, and we can click on free, so it will give us all the free ones. And next, the polygon, how many polygon you want to have, right? So because Unreal Engine 5 has nanite, you don't need to worry about this polygon, but it's always better if you are creating game for mobile to use a low poly model up to 5K or 5 to 10K, right? So try to use a cool 3D object that has less polygon and it is beautiful. If it has a lot of polygon, it may slow down your Unreal Engine, and at the end slow down your game. So you can choose whatever polygon that you need. And again, in here you can select on low poly. It means all the 3D model that has less than 5,000 polygon on them. Now the format, I always use format FBX because it's easier to work with. So choose FBX, and now it gives us all the 3D object that has FBX on them, right? Most of them have 3D Max, OBG, FBX, 3D Max, Maya, and all of that. But what we need for Unreal Engine is just FBX or OBJ. I always use FBX. So first of all, let's just go back to our dragon, and I want to import it, and I did put it in this folder. Now I can use the FBX version in here. There is some way to do it. First of all, open up your content drawer, dock it so it will stay always there, and you can click on import and it will tell you where do you want to find it. So I can go to here and copy this path so I can find it here fast. Paste it in this file name path in here, hit OK, and now it will bring us to this page. So if I click the FBX file and hit open, it will tell you, do you want to change the default options for importing this 3D object? And I want to say, no, I don't want to change anything. Default at most cases is better. So let's just hit import all. There are some warning always, don't worry about them, just close this, and now you can see in here our dragon is in here, and it has a material that I will talk about. It has some texture and it has some 3D models, right? So the eye is separate from the body, and the teeth and the tongue is separate from the body. So there are some models that just have one 3D model and you can put it out there, but in this 3D model everything is separated, so if you want to animate it you can do it, right? So for putting it in our scene we can just select For example, I want to put this part in our scene. No, our dragon is in here, but it doesn't have eye, it doesn't have teeth. So what is the problem? The problem is we didn't bring it correctly. Let's just put it there. When your 3D object has multiple parts, you should select all of them by holding shift. I can select the first one, and by holding shift I can select the last one and it will select all of them. Or hold control and select all of them like this and bring it to our scene by dragging and dropping, right? So now you can see our dragon now has eyes, has teeth, and has tongue. Everything is cool with that, right? So this is the first type of 3D model that you can bring in Unreal Engine 5 that has textures on it and it has material. We just imported to Unreal Engine 5 and it worked, right? We put it in the scene, everything cool. So let's just delete this and show you another way of bringing this in our Unreal Engine 5. So the best way is to by drag and drop. So drag it and go to Unreal Engine and drop it here. Again, import all in here, close this, and now you can see our dragon in here and I can put it in our scene. Everything cool, but there is sometimes that the 3D model that we download doesn't have textures, doesn't have material. So we should create those materials ourselves. In the next video, I will show you another 3D object that has textures, but it doesn't have material. And I want to show you how you can use those 3D model in Unreal Engine 5.